All right, so we like to go deep on this show.
We do.
And today we're going to do a deep dive into this
Okay.
1-minute personal finance podcast script.
Interesting.
I mean, just the title alone, right? It's kind of hilarious,
Yeah.
like trying to boil down all of personal finance
It's a tall order.
to 60 seconds.
All right.
But I figure if anyone can find the gems in this thing,
Yeah.
it's going to be us.
Let's do it.
So let's just jump right in. The script just jumps right into it, budgeting.
Straight to it.
And specifically mentions the 40-30-20 rule.
Right out of the gate.
I mean, that's like
It's classic.
budgeting 101.
Yeah. 50% to your needs, 30% to your wants, 20% to savings and debt repayment.
Yeah. Now, of course, our listeners,
Heavy bunch.
they're not new to this stuff.
Definitely not.
But I think it's always good to revisit the fundamentals
Absolutely.
and make sure we're all on the same page.
Foundation.
And, I think sometimes people hear budgeting and they kind of cringe.
Yeah.
Like it's this restrictive thing.
A straitjacket for your money.
Exactly. But the way I see it, it's actually about empowerment.
I love that.
Taking control of your money, making conscious choices.
Being intentional.
Right? And the 50-30-20 rule.
It's a framework.
Yeah, it's a starting point you can adapt.
Exactly. Not set in stone.
And there's so many tools to make it easy now.
Oh, yeah.
Like those budgeting apps.
Right.
Or just a simple spreadsheet.
Whatever
works for you.
Exactly. Whatever keeps you on track.
Now, another thing this script really emphasizes is the emergency fund.
Oh, absolutely. Crucial.
They recommend starting with $500 to $1,000.
Yeah. A good initial target.
And this is something I know you're a big proponent of.
Oh, huge. It's like your financial safety net.
Yeah, because life, let's face it,
It throws curveballs.
it's unpredictable.
Yeah. You never know when you might have a car repair or a medical bill.
Or lose your job.
Exactly. And having that emergency fund,
It just takes the edge off.
it's peace of mind
Right? Knowing you can handle those unexpected expenses.
without going into debt.
Yeah, without having to scramble.
Exactly. It keeps those little setbacks from becoming major problems.
Now, once you've got that emergency fund in place,
Mm.
the script says it's time to tackle high-interest debt.
Especially credit cards. Those interest rates are brutal.
They can really eat away at your progress.
Yeah, they make it so hard to get ahead.
And there are different strategies for paying down debt, right?
Absolutely.
Like the snowball method and the avalanche method.
Two popular approaches.
Can you kind of break down the difference for us?
Sure. So the snowball method is all about momentum.
Okay.
You focus on paying off your smallest debts first,
Okay.
even if they don't have the highest interest rates.
Right.
The idea is to get those quick wins, build some motivation.
Psychological boost.
Exactly. Then you roll that money you were paying towards the small debt into the next smallest debt.
Like a snowball gathering momentum.
Exactly. And the avalanche method, on the other hand, it's all about efficiency.
Okay.
You target the debt with the highest interest rate first.
To minimize the interest you pay.
Right, even if it's a larger balance.
Got it. So it's really about
Choosing the approach that aligns with your personality and your financial goals.
and maybe even like your risk tolerance.
Yeah, some people are more comfortable with one approach versus the other.
It's interesting how much psychology plays into personal finance.
Oh, absolutely. It's not just about the numbers
Right. It's about understanding your own behaviors
and habits.
and motivations.
For sure.
Now, let's move on to what I think is the most exciting part of personal finance.
Well, I know where you're going with this.
Investing.
Yeah, baby.
And this 1-minute script, despite its brevity,
Amazing.
it actually does a good job of highlighting the importance of starting early,
Early and often.
even with small amounts.
Absolutely. Compound interest is your best
I
friend.
was going to say, I know you're a huge fan of compound interest.
It's the eighth wonder of the world.
Right. So can you explain to our listeners, like in simple terms, what is compound interest?
It's essentially earning interest on your interest.
Okay.
So your money grows exponentially over time.
So it's like a snowball effect, but with your investments.
Exactly. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to compound.
And this script specifically mentions index funds and Roth IRAs.
Two great options for beginners.
Can you briefly tell us why?
Sure. Index funds are a type of mutual fund
Okay.
that tracks a specific market index, like the S&P 500.
So you're basically investing in a basket of stocks,
Exactly. It's a diversified approach.
lower risk.
And Roth IRAs are a type of retirement account
Okay.
with some nice tax advantages.
You contribute after tax dollars,
But your earnings grow tax-free.
and you don't pay taxes when you withdraw the money in retirement.
Exactly. So they're a great way to save for the long term.
It's amazing how much we've covered just from this little 1-minute script.
Right. We've gone from budgeting basics to the power of compound interest.
From emergency funds to debt payoff strategies.
It's a whirlwind tour of personal finance.
And I think it just goes to show
Right.
that you don't need to be a financial expert
No.
to take control of your money.
Exactly. Small steps can lead to big results.
Absolutely. So I guess to wrap things up,
Yeah.
what's one small step our listeners could take today
Mm-hmm.
to improve their financial well-being?
Well, I would say think about what resonated with you most today.
Okay.
Was it setting up a budget?
Mm-hmm.
Was it starting an emergency fund?
Yeah.
Maybe researching different investment options?
Or finally tackling that credit card debt.
Whatever it is, take that first step.
Even if it's just 5 or 10 minutes,
It all adds up.
it all starts somewhere.
Remember, you're in control of your financial future.
And knowledge is power.
Absolutely. So keep learning, keep growing, and keep striving for financial success.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
I try.
Until next time.
See ya.